let's get a sip of water. While we enjoy this music, let me take a look at the options while we listen to these tunes. Game setting. Emphasize important text in red or underline it. That's fine. Language sound. Music volume. Just let's go a little quieter. Other title screen. Language. English. That's a good language for me. Okay, we're not going to change that because it's already set. And shadows. I think that's all set. Welcome everyone. This is Evo Dempsey Roll, aka Rayo, and we're trying out a demo that was just released today, Thursday, September 23rd. Voice of Cards, the Isle of Dragon Roars. It's quite a mouthful, but this is a game from our pal Yoko Taro, he of the big head, Emil head. And yes, it was just released today. It was they kind of revealed a bit more about it during the Nintendo Direct, but it's also available as a demo here on PlayStation 4, which is where I'm playing it now. So those are the options. Let's just get into this new game. Beautiful music so far. Okabe, is that the composer? And I mean, I don't know too much about this game, just about as much as everyone else. It's got some kind of card-based tabletop system. But let's check it out. Let us check it out.
Good afternoon, or should I say evening, morning. Morning? At any rate, I'm the Game Master. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Before we begin, there is something I must tell you. You see, my job is to draw you into this world with my voice and cards, which is why I believe it best for you to play with the sound on.
Fair enough.
In fact, I insist on it. However, as you can see, my voice is subtitled, so you can always read along as well. Now then, are you ready? Let's begin. Welcome to Voice of Cards.
Okay.
You are about to take the first steps of your adventure.
And we can go back and forward.
Through a realm of sword and sorcery you will travel, battling bloodthirsty monsters as you strive to realize your ambitions.
The presentation is top tier. It's top notch. I'm liking this so far.
Great things here.
And who might you be?
I am merely a witness to your exploits. Now then, your departure draws nigh. May your journey be a safe one.
So, what they're selling you on right now is that like you're having almost like a Dungeon Master RPG experience, and you know you're just having text and voice here. There's no other visual accompaniments to distract you, and for them to pull that off, you need to have a really good voice actor to really draw you in, and whoever they got is really good. So are we moving?
This is Castle Advent. Queen Nilla reigns over the kingdom from within its walls. 3 white-clad adventurers have gathered here at the Queen's summons. Present yourselves, O faithful of the Ivory Order.
Okay, is that me? Your piece is in the middle of the screen. Use the left stick to move in the direction you want. Move to the Queen. As you continue your journey, your objective will change. Press triangle whenever you need a reminder of what to do next. You will see cards with glowing edges on your adventure. Step into one to trigger an event that will move the story along. Okay. Oh, we can go left, we can go right. Triangle for next objective, which I feel like I know. Ooh.
From upon her throne, the Queen regards the adventurers. So you are disciples of the Order.
She has an interesting kind of mouthpiece there. Ooh.
The youngest of the three steps forward. She holds herself with well-born grace. I am Winifred of the Ivory Order, Your Majesty, she says. I lead this fellowship.
And I'm cold.
She bows, glancing to her two companions.
This is very interesting so far.
In response, the stern-looking one inclines his head and brusquely names himself Berwin.
Berwin.
The older man is the picture of courtesy, as he genuflects and introduces himself as Hedwyn. It is these three our story follows today. The Queen acknowledges the fellowship with a nod. In a soft voice, she explains her errand. Someone has stolen the royal treasure. I bid you reclaim it. Under normal circumstances, I would entrust this to my soldiers, but I do not wish to spread thin my forces with the recent monster troubles. It seems the troubled Queen is judged she can entrust this matter to none but the Ivory Order, beloved of the people and unmatchable in battle. It is our honor to serve you, Your Majesty, and thus the quest falls to the Fellowship.
You have my axe?
Short of any clues that could lead them to the culprit, however, they press the Queen for further information.
What will you ask the Queen? What is the royal treasure? Did you see the thief, Your Majesty? Shall there be a reward? I need to know what is the treasure.
The Fellowship asks the Queen what the royal treasure is. The Queen describes a bottle containing a certain liquid.
Ooh, weird.
Without it, she trails off, but the desperation in her voice suggests its loss could spell disaster for the kingdom.
Jeez. Mutagen?
The Fellowship asks the Queen if she knows anything about the thief. The Queen says witnesses might be found at Nexton.
The next town? Nexton? Do we have to ask this? I guess so. It seems kind of rude, but...
Usually, one would expect recompense for this sort of undertaking.
It kind of reminds me of Dragon's Crown, actually. The narration.
The tenets of the Ivory Order, you hold your tongue. The Queen, however, has already said she will reward the Fellowship with whatever they desire. It seems the royal treasure is just that important. Pray tarry no longer here. I await news of your success. The Fellowship bows and takes their leave.
So there's like narration like an RPG, but not necessarily voice acting on a per character basis. Head south to Nexton. Press the options button to open the menu. Saving. Changing skills, equipment will be added to your collection, which can also be found from the menu screen. Please give it a look from time to time. Okay, so let's take a look at our menu. Okay, here's our party. Owned cards, collection, and data. Setup. She's got heal. Damage. Contemplation. Generate 1 gem. Is that the energy source? Okay, well, I mean, we'll definitely look into this more. Okay, the cards equipment is also represented as cards. All right. Oh. I guess we should save. Let's do that. save. The way everything is a card is pretty cool. I like that. Let me just adjust my headset real quick. Okay. We're heading south.
We can waste no time finding the treasure. Winifred strides toward town. Wait, cries Berwin, blocking Winifred's path. A monster.
Ooh, look at that.
You dare stand in our way? Hedwin scowls at the foul creature. It lunges at the Fellowship.
Alright. Let's see what battle is like. Ooh, look at this table. Ooh, are you listening to this music? The fight is on. Take down all the enemies and victory shall be yours. So, there isn't going to be any instruction. I'm assuming the 20 out of 20 represents the health. The number 8 or 9 in Winifred's case, I don't know what that means. Okay, we can pass and we can heal. Let's deal damage to this guy. Critical.
Nice work.
Card HP, the number in red indicates HP when the blah 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 0, dead. A card's attack is indicated in the lower left, and defense in the lower right. Give careful consideration to your and your opponent's values before acting. Okay. So what is a gem? I do not know, so let's just attack. +3 fire damage. Dead. Nice.
That was lucky.
That does it for battle basics. The rest is up to you. Play your hand wisely. Okay. Now he's attacking. Add value of roll to attack and deal bolt damage. Deal damage. Is this like a dice roll? Let's see. Oh, look at this. Roll with X to calculate the damage. 4 + 2. Miss. Ridiculous. So the effect for like attacking like Hearthstone, it's not as fancy. Let's try this. Generate 1 gem. What is this all about? Okay, got another one of those things on the left. Apparently they're gems, and he healed for full. Okay, let's just deal damage. 12. And again. Damn, you're dead. Killed that card good. Results. XP. Treasure discovered. We have to choose one? I don't know. Wait, which one is highlighted here? Okay, let's go with the middle. Oh, and they show you the ones you didn't pick? That's awful. I hate that. Alright, let's continue our journey south.
Winifred heaves a disgruntled sigh as she smooths her rumpled garb. Showing no signs of weariness from battle, Berwin silently wipes the monster's ichor from his weapon. Hedwin inspects the remains of their foe.
Ichor.
The queen spoke true, he mutters, his face masked in contemplation. Winifred gives a grim nod at his words. Mayhap the treasure's theft and the monster's behavior are connected somehow.
Mayhap.
First things first. The Fellowship needs to gather more information.
Yes, in Nexton.
To Nexton, they set
Yes,
their
yes,
sights.
yes. This must be Nexton. Enter. Yes, indeed. Should be safe? Nah, whatever. Who cares? Presentation, top notch. I'm really liking how they've done this. Everything is, it's just like a 100% commitment to cards. Everything has to be done via cards. Lucky for you, there are all sorts of establishments in town to support you and your adventure. Would you care to have them explained? I would care. the inn, rest, pretty typical. Apothecary, restore HP, cure ailments. Armorer, sell weapons and armor to give your party an edge. Items, yes, yes. Game parlor, card games. Oh, sums it up. Speak to the inhabitants of Nexton to gather information on the thief who stole the royal treasure.
Welcome to Nexton,
Greeter.
man.
Anything you want to ask him?
The man doesn't respond to any question except to parrot back his original greeting.
He's like an NPC. A very basic NPC. You fulfilled the necessary requirements to unlock Mature Man's character story. Have you heard of a theft?
The Fellowship asks if he's heard anything about the theft of the royal treasure. The man's eyes widen. He leans close to Winifred and whispers something in her ear. Welcome to Nexton.
Okay. Okay.
I'm too scared to
Look at
leave
this lady.
town with all those monsters out there. The woman sighs.
It's got a big knife. Does it? That's all she has to say. Okay. Might as well take a look here.
How may I help you? The proprietor inquires.
How much money do I have? 542. Current gear. Okay, that's not really a big increase. Yeah.
Will that be all? The proprietor asks.
Let's leave. We'll consider later. Okay. Okay, pretty standard stuff. Character stories. So where can I engage in these character stories? Well, they'll probably tell me.
The man helpfully advises you take the opportunity to purchase equipment and curatives while you are in town.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Average man. It's this lady again.
The woman sits hunched over
Different
by
one.
the side of the road. Upon catching sight of the Fellowship, she calls out for their aid. She's sprained her ankle and needs you to take her to the nearby apothecary.
Okay.
Winifred rushes to her and helps her up. Berwin lifts the woman onto his back, and the Fellowship sets out in search of an apothecary.
Okay. You can jump over to upward-facing terrain cards. Use the right stick to choose the direction you want to jump and then X. Try jumping to the apothecary. Ooh. That's not what I wanted to do. Nice.
You arrive at the apothecary. After taking a curative, the woman begins hopping up and down. Nothing holds a candle to Ivory Order medicine, she beams. She turns to the Fellowship, her eyes widening in surprise.
You three.
It seems she's only now realized the Fellowship are disciples of the Ivory Order. The woman takes each of their hands in turn, thanking them for their service. The Ivory Order is famous for providing medical supplies throughout the realm, and indeed the wider world. Every smile the Order brings to someone's face makes Winifred proud to be a disciple.
Okay. Flip side story. You can read special stories about the characters and enemies among your collected cards. Progress through the adventure and defeat a myriad enemies in your path to collect every special story. Yep, sure, let's view them. Collection. Characters? No ruler is safe from fear and worry, but Queen Nilla harbors a knot in her gut, unrelated to and more personal than the recent rise in monster activity. Inspect? Okay, can inspect it. We can spin it around, I guess, and L1. Whee! Triangle. Oh, can get real close. Hold on a second. Was there... Flip over. You look forward to the backs of these cards and the whole story in the retail version of the game. Okay, so there was someone that we got the backside though. This lady? Every morning she wakes up early to get breakfast ready. And every morning she has to take her husband's abuse. There's only so much a woman can stomach. Okay, inspect. Okay, there was another one, wasn't there? Hello there, striking out on your own, are you? Oh, I've been at this long enough to size people up at a glance. Don't worry, I'll make you exactly what you need. It's kind of funny. Is this game coming to mobile? I wonder, it kind of has a bit of a mobile-ish vibe to it. So, okay. Monsters. As these little fluffs mature, their fur grows until it covers their face. As this is quite the existential threat, they entice other monsters to trim their fur so they can see. Story is locked. Okay. Speak to the inhabitants. Yes, yes, yes.
Nothing holds a candle to Ivory Order medicine, proclaims the woman, swigging this curative and that. The woman begs the fellowship for their autographs. She seems to greatly admire the Order.
Sectarian?
I know there's nothing to worry about with disciples of the Order here, she says, relief flooding her features. Upon asking, the woman says she was attacked by a monster outside of town. A strange creature, she says, nothing but bones, and it clutched a bottle of medicine as if its life depended on it.
Oh, okay, so a skeleton grabbed the green stuff? The liquid? Okay.
The man claims he saw a suspicious someone leaving the castle grounds carrying what looked to be he didn't get a good look at their face, but says
Skin
that the
and
fellowship
bone.
thanks the man for the useful information. How may I help you? The proprietress inquires.
Items. What can we buy? Bombs. It's to soothe stone. I can't afford it. Generates 3 gems. Deals 5 damage to a target. Let's just buy one of these. Buy.
Will that be all?
Oh.
The proprietress asks.
Okay. Really nice art. The character portraits are really cool. Alright.
Apparently, there's a monster lurking around the outskirts of town, stealing. Rumors claim the monster fled to the west. Thanks to the information gleaned from the townsfolk, Fellowship is all but certain of who has stolen the first clue was the Queen's description of the treasure. A small bottle containing a certain liquid. Then there's the bony figure seen fleeing town. The skeletal monster clutching the bottle of medicine.
Fled west.
From all that information, the Fellowship distills the thief's true identity.
Who done it? Skeleton monster, scrawny street urchin. The
scrawny street urchin, intones Berwin. It must be. Winifred ignores that. Our thief is the monster that fled west.
She ignored
says,
it.
With a glance to Hedwyn. Hedwyn nods silently in agreement with Winifred's
Okay,
conclusion.
I made the wrong choice.
Winifred clears her throat, proclaims that the Fellowship shall head west, out of town, and walks off.
Okay, I don't think I need to buy any new weapons.
You make your way to the inn, where you're greeted with a thanks to a royal decree. You're allowed to stay the night for free.
For free?
And you're not about to refuse such hospitality. The party leaves the inn feeling rested.
Feeling rested. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Innkeeper's character story. So that's just like the very basic information for their card.
Costs the Fellowship. Want to play a game with me? In this parlor, you can play cards. The child rambles on, wheedling you. I'll give you this if you play with me.
Yes. Ooh, set up the table. Game parlor data. Ooh, listen to that. Some nice Hearthstone vibes. The goal is to use your cards to get more points than the other players. You get points by arranging your cards into sets of matching cards or consecutive straights. Try making a set. Okay. When the game starts, each player is dealt their hand one card at a time. Winifred's turn. Then everyone takes their actions in turn order. I'm first. Draw 2 cards from the deck. Now you have 3 cards in your hand. Select 2 that have the same number. Well, duh. Okay, that and that one. Worth 4 points. Make a set with the selected cards. When you make a set, you earn points equal to the sum of the numbers on the cards. If there are many cards left over, you can choose one to remain in your hand. Draw 2 cards.
Oh, are you playing that thing from Nintendo Direct?
Hey there, Goro. Yes, I am indeed. They showed it at the Direct, as you said, and I didn't know it was getting a demo, but I found out on Twitter that indeed there was going to be a demo on PS4, probably on Switch as well. I don't know if you know or if you caught, but this game, the story is written by Yoko Taro. So that's really the main appeal of this thing for me, as well as the whole kind of card presentation's kind of interesting. Okay. You have to discard all but 1 card from your hand.
Guy who did near right.
Yep, that's the dude. That is the dude. Your turn next, but let me take this opportunity to explain the play screen. This is your player card. That's where you can see how many points you have. But this is like a side mini game. This isn't the actual gameplay of the game. I'm just learning how to play some weird side game right now. The sets you've made are here. You can have up to 3 sets at one time. And that's my leftover cards. Okay, that's the pot, the common pot. The cards remaining in the deck is shown in the upper left. When it's 0, the game is over. And that's the play screen. Well, it's pretty obvious what I want to do now. Okay, we're drawing 2 cards from the deck. Try making a set from the cards in the pot and what's in your hand. So we're gonna take that ace from the top.
3, though it looks like the same, I don't mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that Bayonetta 3 trailer again. Graphically, it doesn't seem like a stunner, but I'll have to check it out one more time. To me, it does look like more of the same. I suspect that that's going to be very comforting for a lot of people, but I think they're doing some things a little different. Like, for example, the whole presentation of the environment, it didn't really seem to fit with Bayonetta to me. Like, Bayonetta 1 in particular had a very kind of like Art Nouveau, kind of fantastical world presentation, whereas what we saw there in the trailer, it seemed, yeah, it just didn't really, it lacked that kind of visual flair, in my opinion. It just looked like generic Japanese streets kind of thing. And the enemies also, they didn't seem very Bayonetta-esque to me. Like, you know, recall the ornate angelic sculptural demonically possessed enemy monsters from the previous
like
games.
The city from Bayonetta 2 opening cutscene.
Okay, I actually haven't played 2, so I'm not entirely familiar with the visual styles of 2. So yeah, I guess it does look like more like 2. But yeah, the monster that they showcased there looked so weird. It looked like it could have been from something else entirely, like a weird, goofy alien thing. So yeah, I wonder where they're going with the story. And also Bayonetta herself.
True.
This could be a prequel in some respects, I think. Some people took a look at the character model and she looks smaller. And her haircut, Bacon noticed that her haircut is that of her younger self that you see in the first game. So it could be that she's like a little younger now. And along with that, that is not the same voice actress from the previous Bayonetta games. I forget her name, but she's been on Twitter saying that she's under NDA, but she might not be in the game. And what we saw was a different voice actress, perhaps someone intended to be younger, like a younger voice. So let's do this. We gotta make a set. Take that ace, take this ace. Boom, boom, boom. This set is worth 3 points? Really? I thought it should be worth more. Yep. That's it for my turn. I got 7. This guy's got 0. Okay, he's gonna have 8 now. So I'm down 1. Two cards. By the way, you can also make sets from cards with consecutive numbers on them. But you can only make 1 set per turn. You can make a 2-card set with the 3s, or a 3-card set of 2, 3, and 4. Well, we would add the consecutive numbers, so that would make it more, right? 2, 3, and 4? Let's do that. 9. Like, that's way better, right? You can make sets from 2... Yes, did I... But you can... Yes, yes. And you can only have up to 3 cards. Oh. Oh, okay, we'll have to discard. Okay, interesting. Anything else catch your eye, Goro, at the Nintendo Direct? Okay, he's 9. Ooh, we're down. Draw 2 cards. 3. This is the last turn. The menu screen. Complete a set of 3 cards of the same number from your...
The online trailer was great.
Online? Oh, when they showed the Genesis stuff? That's pretty cool. And also they're releasing a controller as well, aren't they? And an N64 controller.
I was almost hoping they were going to announce a Dreamcast and Saturn collection.
Wow, which, you know what, even if something like that were to happen, they wouldn't announce like Genesis, Dreamcast, Saturn all in a single thing, right? They would save that for like next year or some other event, you know. All these companies, they love to trickle the information. But apparently on the Japanese version of the Nintendo Direct, they showed a 6-button Sega Genesis controller. But the one that they showed for the Western was 3-button, so hopefully the 6-button is also available in the West.
True, man, I hope it happens.
Complete a set of 2 to 3 cards of the same number from your hand or the pot, or 3 consecutively numbered cards. I mean, this is all I have. 3. Yes. Choose which one to get rid of. Guess we're gonna get rid of this one. It's worth the least. It's only worth 3. Who won? Did I win? Okay, he came in second. It looks like this game can be multiplayer, like beyond 2. Yay! My number is bigger. That means I win. Nope, that's more than enough of this card game for me, I understand.
And I'll probably check out the Castlevania collection too.
Yes. Those Castlevania games are from the GBA era. I think I have like 1 or 2 of them, but to be honest, I'm pretty sure I've never finished any of those. I really got into Castlevania in like the DS era, so I would be definitely interested in seeing and trying those games again. The final game that they showed for the night was Raiser Remastered. That looked pretty neat.
It includes a ton of games, I think.
Yeah, I think
it looks neat too.
I think there was about 3 or 4 GBA games, I think. While exploring the world and diving deep into dungeons, you will encounter enemies which you must do battle with. Your adventure will be over if everyone in your party is KO'd, so game over should your journey meet an unfortunate end. You can continue to save often. Very well. So you know what? This game, the presentation is very cool. As you can see, everything is depicted with cards, right? You can see that there's like water and fields of grass and the forests. There are all these kinds of cards, and here's like this the cards get turned over to reveal as new areas as you're walking. All of that is very interesting, very cool. The combat is a card-based combat game.
Sucks what happened to my Saturn. Looks like I will be unwinding with Terminator Resistance tonight.
I'll just finish this thought. What I wanted to say was, this presentation is all very interesting. However, the actual like meat and bones of it is still pretty much a very typical JRPG, right? You go into towns, there's stores that you can buy items from, you equip your weapons and items. The combat still seems very typical JRPG-like, so, you know, I'm still kind of waiting to see what's like the hook here, what's the thing that's really going to bring people in and be interesting beyond the visual style. Terminator Resistance, Goro, have you played it much? I hear it's actually quite good. An enemy appears. I like that, how like a board comes out, that's really cool. I see that there's a D3 in the corner there. These are gems. You'll need to spend them to use certain skills. You gain 1 gem whenever you take an action and can store up to 10 at a time. This icon indicates how many gems a skill costs. You can't use the skill if you don't got the gems. Sure. Select items with square. While carrying many items, press L1 or R1.
Cards?
It sure is, it's all cards. While carrying many items, press L1 button or R1 button to scroll. Okay. Square. Okay, yeah. Okay, understand. Okay, I don't want to use that though. Magical strike.
Yeah, it's okay. The graphics of the Terminators and their world is satisfying for a fan like me. Sorry, I am on a huge lag.
Oh, that's fine. Most of the time when I'm watching streams, like when I'm watching Bacon or Night Trap, or anyone else for that matter, when I'm watching, I usually am like 20 seconds behind or so. If I'm watching on my PC, it's better, but yeah. Alright, let's use this flame attack. Roast this guy. And is it D6? Oh no. Okay, that guy's dead. Yeah, I heard it was surprisingly good. Like, the Terminator game, there's like stealth-based gameplay or something, and you can like, it's kind of like you can reprogram turrets and stuff. I don't really know too much more about it. I just heard it was decent. And the same developers are making RoboCop, I believe, which is actually pretty sweet. Some of your attacks are elemental in nature. Cards can take more damage from from elements that they are weak to, and less from their strong. See, all of this is fairly typical RPG stuff. Downward slash, lightning. Add value of roll to attack and deal bolt damage. Let's try this. So this one rolls a d6. Cha! Oh, 6. Is that death? Nice. And I think we choose 1 card as a prize. Ooh, Winifred leveled up. New card. Whitelight. Sure. Berwin. This is a very chill kind of presentation as well. Didn't we get a free card? When you're low on HP, open up the menu and select owned cards to use a recovery item or take a rest at the inn. View your cards? No. Don't need to view. So we're heading west. Enemy random encounters again. Very typical RPG stuff here. Let's try it. Oh, that's dead. You're dead. Add value of roll to attack and deal wind damage. So what his attack is 11, so we're gonna roll d6 plus 11. That's pretty good. Alright, 14. And that enemy type is weak to wind. Desert tiles. Ooh, what's this? What's this?
The Fellowship moves westward, only to be unnerved by the sight of a human figure moving through the trees. The presence of large packs suggests a traveler.
A traveler. How will you hail the traveler? Hot, is it not? Caught sight of any monsters? Let's try that one.
I beg your pardon, but did you catch sight of a monster fleeing west? Winifred inquires. He gives her a puzzled look. There's nothing out there but the sea, he says. That and a cave full of monsters on the opposite shore.
Wait, there's a demo?
Bacon, hello, hello. Indeed, there was a demo. I don't think they actually mentioned that on the stream, on the direct, but when I was on Twitter, someone mentioned that it was available. This is on PS4. So I was like, alright, I guess I know what I'm doing. There's nothing out there but the sea, he says. That and a cave full of monsters on the opposite shore.
I suspect you might find your quarry there.
Okay.
The Fellowship exchange glances and nods.
Let's get some water.
Then that is where we
I
shall
am
go.
streaming too for your
Alas,
information.
we will need a boat to cross the sea. The traveler hoists his packs, suggests the Fellowship speak to the fishermen on the western shore, and takes his leave.
Oh, I just noticed. I think, hey, Kentuan, what's up? FYI, it seemed like the text-to-speech turned that into for your information. Search the western shore for the fishermen who may grant you safe passage across the sea. Oh, can't go on the mountain tile? Sure. So we gotta make it to the west. Enemy random encounter. Bring out the table, bring out the cards.
I'll be there once I'm done with
And
dishes.
fight.
Let's see. Let's just go with normal damage. Boom. Yeah, hopefully they work on the whole presentation of the cards and the effects and even the sound effects, because it's very lacking. Everything about, you know, the way they've laid out the cards and the presentation is really nice. It's just like the actual like effects for combat, they're pretty lame. But you know, it's a demo, so that can all be addressed as they work on the game more.
Is this the game from the direct?
Night Trap, what's up? It is indeed.
Nice work.
I'm not entirely sure if people know that there's a demo for it. I just saw that it was mentioned on Twitter. I also found out that Deltarune Chapter 2 is available on PlayStation as well.
Drop.
Shadow Drop, yeah, man. Gotta love them Shadow Drops. I'm all about that.
00.
All about the Shadow Drops. Let's turn off the text-to-speech because we've got more than like 2 people here, and you guys know the drill. There we go. Winifred levels up. Headwind levels up. Okay. Oh, let's save. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Orc Child enemy story. Let's read that enemy story. Let's first save. Let's save. Let's just save over. Owned cards. Setup. Party. Oh no. Oh, wrong. Pressing. Let's see. Owned cards. Key items? Oh, I don't have any key items. Oh, collection. Here we go. Monsters. What was it? Orc baby? Orc child. That's an orc child, by the way. Night Trap. Nice card. But needs more animation. Yeah, like I'm thinking of, whatchamacallit, like Hearthstone, of course, right? It's just really nice. Or even Magic Arena. You know, they really do a good job of making these cards have cool effects and make you feel awesome. Goro, you're streaming both of us. Listen carefully. In any woodland, and you're bound to hear the methodical tap-tapping of these little fellows' wooden mallets. Monsters consider them to be master craft orcs. You can take a look at the cards. You can zoom in. You can swirl them around. You can rotate them and be all zany. Woo! And that applies to the characters as well. The character art, by the way, in this game is really nice. Inspect. Really nice character cards. Really nice. I enjoy that. Yeah, MTG. Alright, so I saved. Ooh, can't go that way. Oh, there's the boat. Ooh. Oh, who's this guy? This guy doesn't have pants.
Close by, a fisherman of exquisite physique.
Muscular fisherman.
Of the water, his muscles rippling.
His muscles rippling.
This is no time for lustful reverie. Winifred races to his side and asks,
what the fuck is he wearing?
Safe passage aboard the ship. That vessel is cursed, the fisherman mutters, trembling.
Cursed, you say? Look at that speedo.
Night after night, it leaves port
medieval fantasy speedo.
I know not where. Come morning, it is once again anchored here. This, to the fisherman's mind, is the result of a curse.
Okay.
His head drops into his hands. With but a single dispeller, I am certain I could lift it and sail away.
Dispeller.
Alas, the fellowship find themselves without any dispeller.
Oh, no, dispeller. Chippendales? Hey, isn't there
and find some.
Oh, gotta get back to Nexton? I believe we can fast travel to Nexton. Scour Nexton for some dispeller. Chris Farley. Wasn't there a Chris Farley Saturday Night Live thing with Chippendales and Patrick Swayze? Okay, so I think we can fast travel now. You can jump over to upward facing terrain cards. Yes, 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 I am aware. That's very good. It's very good that you can do that. So that's something novel for this game compared to other games, I guess. Look at this, fast travel, baby. Patrick Swayze. Yeah, I used to get Patrick Swayze and Kurt Russell confused all the time. I guess because they're just like buff dudes with really great hair that were kind of really big at one point at the same time almost. Okay, so one of these has what we're looking for. Perhaps here?
The fellowship hears a young man arguing with the apothecary.
Make it cheaper,
he bellows.
I was just watching a really funny Chris Farley bit on Saturday Night Live. what was it? In a van down by the river. Just look that up. Amazing stuff. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Oh, Night Trap, that was the one. And Christina Applegate was in it too, and she was like laughing the whole time. Okay.
As the Fellowship approaches the door to intervene, the young man bursts out of the shop.
Motivational speaker Matt Foley, is that what he was called? The thing about Chris Farley was like his physical comedy. Like he's just like the way he moved his body. Obviously he was like a fat guy, but he wasn't slow and ponderous. He had these very like sudden jerky movements. It was just so funny. Another classic. As the Fellowship approaches the door to intervene, the young man bursts out of the shop.
He storms past Winifred, nearly crashing into her. But he makes no move to apologize, instead squaring his shoulder. What a hateful little man, grumbles the Apothecary. Winifred vows to teach him proper manners, should they ever meet again. How may I help you? The Apothecary catches sight of the Fellowship. Ah, the Ivory Order, to which I owe the prosperity of my humble shop, she says.
And when the veins in his head would throb. He had a great voice too. You know how a lot of like fat comedians these days, a lot of them have kind of gotten thin, like Will Sasso, and there's got to be more, but I feel like that's a thing. Do you think Chris Farley, if he was still alive, would he have lost a lot of weight? And would he still have been funny? I don't know. Catches sight of the Fellowship. Yep, I read that.
To the drawers filled with her wares. Pray, choose one of my concoctions and take it at no cost. It shall be a token of my thanks to the Order. The Fellowship insists they will pay as any other customer.
Oh, I want free stuff.
Sets about browsing her wares.
Buy. We needed a dispeller. Yes, that's what it was called. Dispeller. $500. Cure target of a curse. Heal 10 HP. Pepper upper. Cure target and revive target. Okay, so let's get this. Oh god, it's $500. It's almost all my cash. Can we get it for free? I want the free thing. Okay, we don't need to buy anything else.
Will that be all? The proprietress asks.
Okay, let's just buy one more thing. Let's buy one more healing thing just to be on the safe side. Let's get that and the poison one. We got 3 of these. Good sound effect for the coin hitting the table. I like that. Okay, let's get this one too. All right. Let's leave. So, you see what I mean though, like, it's still a fairly typical RPG pretty much, right? It's just presented in a very unique kind of way. But you know, it's a Yoko Taro written game, so I suspect that at some point there's going to be something more to it eventually.
Winifred hands the despairing fisherman a dispeller and asks again for safe passage to the cave beyond the sea. The fisherman snatches up the concoction, so delighted that his pectoral muscles begin twitching.
That's funny.
The Fellowship politely ignores this.
Politely ignores.
He opens the bottle.
They're disturbed.
To douse the ship.
The monsters that await you in the cave are most formidable. Speak with the fisherman when you are ready to depart. Alright, so let's do a save. I mean, if I was like really trying to be super overly cautious, I would consider grinding a bit and getting some new weapons, but what the hell, it's just a demo. We don't need to do that. Just a demo. Yoko Taro, the near guy? Yep, the near guy, baby. This game, he, you know, once the announcement was made for this game, it was like 2 weeks ago or so, he immediately got on Twitter and was like, let me just set the record straight. This has nothing to do with the Drakengard / Nier universe. It's its own thing. And it's not a social game. That's what he said. In fact, there's a very helpful video that Bacon made where he goes through and translates all the things that were shown on the trailer, the teaser trailer. So I encourage everyone to investigate that. That's that's Luden's Query on YouTube. And you can find that video. Doing a little shilling for my pal Bacon here. Thank you for the plug. No problem, baby. Adventurer is advised to be at least level 7 before entering. Am I level 7?
Ready to set sail for the cave?
Not yet. Am I level 7?
All right, then. Just let me know when you're ready, he says cheerfully.
Oh my god. I got ambushed right then and there. Can we run? Oh, there's a run. Alright, let's just kill these guys, because we gotta get some levels. Anyways. I'm digging the Hearthstone-esque kind of music for combat. Wait a minute, the music didn't change from the overworld map to the combat. That's a big no-no for RPGs. Okay, that's a crit. What level am I? Oh yeah, okay, Berwyn's level 7, so that's good. Oh, and he learned full swing, sweet. What about everyone else? How do we check out our party? Our partay? Okay, everyone's level 7. Let's do another save here. Data. Commander Data. Where's all the Star Trek games? Where's all the TNG games? Bacon, as a card game enthusiast, what do you think of the combat so far? It's not a card game at all. Like it doesn't have any similarity to Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone or Gwent for that matter. You, as far as I can tell, you don't build a deck. You don't have a hand on a per turn basis, so there's no randomization of the attacks that you have available to you on the turns, and thus I'm not seeing any kind of build, right? Like you don't really create a build or a deck, as it were. It really is just a very typical basic ass RPG as far as I've played, like just an hour into this game. It's actually just like an NES/SNES era RPG with the skin of a card game. And and to be honest, it's a little disappointing in that regard, because the presentation is all very cool. Like if you can see the whole water, this overworld is all cards, and then you overturn cards to reveal new tiles as you travel. And then when battle commences, there's like this board that pops up, and it has like, you know, it looks very real. It has like a, you know, there's this wooden box with your resource, like the gems in it. Normally in Hearthstone, like the gems are just like this graphical representation, but here in this game, your gems are like, you know, these awesomely rendered realistic little gems in a box and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just a very basic RPG. That's my impression so far. Let's go.
Let's shove off then. He beckons you aboard. The Fellowship arrives at the mouth of a dank cave. Its damp, rocky expanse threatening to swallow them. Monsters could come pouring out at any moment. The fisherman has anchored the ship in the cove. Come back here when you're ready to return to the mainland, he says.
Mm-hmm. Move further into the cave. Ooh. Getting new music? Okay, got some cave music. Okay. And amigos. So yeah, here's the board. And on the top left, that's your
fight.
That's your resource there on the top left, the gems. Certain spells here, such as this one, if you look at the bottom right of the card, it depicts 1 gem, so that's going to cost 1 of my resource there on the top left. And every time I do a action, I earn another resource. But effectively these, you always get the same cards, right? There isn't any kind of like randomization as far as I've seen in terms of the cards that you get, but then again, these are the only cards, the only skills that I have. So let's attack. This might hurt him. Light damage. 8, 9. Okay. Okay, this is gonna kill. Might as well go for that. Kill. But I really do like the kind of narration. It sort of reminds me of Dragon's Crown or any other RPG that's sort of emulating a kind of tabletop experience. And amigos. Like, there's no voice acting in terms of like on a per character basis. It's just like this guy who's reading to you, like, you know, what's happening, and he'll read the lines of all the characters. And again, that's kind of supposed to be a lot like if you were playing a tabletop game, right? Like Dungeons and Dragons or something. And it's neat, that's pretty cool. Oh, he'd probably be weak to light damage, this guy. Oh, he's attacking back. And we don't know, I don't think there's any indication of the turn order. Roll the dice. 4 plus 12. 16. Treasure. Magic staff. Crafted by an artisan of great renown. Okay, open up the menu. So, I'm assuming equipment. Who uses this? Okay, equipment. We'll just give it to her. Okay. I can show you something really quick, which I think is going to be the real juice of the game, the real kind of like Yoko Taro mojo. So, every character, you can read a little bit about them right there, right? But if you press X, you can flip over the card, and it says you can look forward to the backs of these cards and the whole story in the retail version of the game. I think that as you progress through the game, you'll kind of get the ability to turn over the cards and learn, like, you know, more about these characters, and something tells me that that's really gonna have the Yoko Taro touch, which is to say the dark and disturbing kind of stories that you have come to fondly remember from Nier. Yeah, Bacon, kind of like the weapons from Nier. I think that's how it's going to play out, I suspect. Muscle Man, traumatized by the bullying he received as a child, he vowed he'd never let anyone get the better of him again. His pain was a springboard for the body now before you. Alright, good for him. Got buff. Can we save? Okay, let's do a save, a second save. Alright, let us venture forth further into this dungeon. I bet this is going to be a random encounter. Random encounter. Oh, lucky. Okay, here we are. And that's another classic RPG thing, right? You know, random encounters. I feel like we've kind of gotten past that at this point. Not too fond of them. Nine. Just one. Let's try fire damage. See if this is gonna kill. Kill. Yes, it will. Yeah, I figured that they'd be weak to fire. Two? Not... Is that enough to kill? Yeah. I don't necessarily understand fully how the math works in terms of how much damage is dealt. I don't think you must... I suspect that you take your... In some cases, spells take a d6 plus your attack value, which is in the bottom left, and that's deducted from the defense value of the enemy card, which is on the bottom right. Bacon, does enemies only appear when you explore new areas? Yeah, the enemies appear when you move to a new tile, when you move to a new card space. There's a chance that you will get a random encounter. Deal attack plus 4 water damage, inflict freeze if roll is 5 or greater. Okay. I wonder if this is a... Yeah, I'm wondering if this is on mobile too. Something about this feels very mobile friendly. Super casual.
Rout the enemy.
Rout the enemy. Let's do light damage on this sucker. 9, 9, 9. Excellent. So then he has 3 left. We can just do a basic attack. And all of this stuff, you know, after the battle, getting your experience, leveling up, all of this needs to be way faster. I always want that stuff to go much faster in any game. Okay, we've got a key. I'm sure we'll need that at some point. We gotta backtrack. Okay, we can fast travel a little bit. Ooh, how do we get... Wait. How do we get here? Oh. Okay. Fast travel. And amigos.
And fight.
And fight. So let's do some light damage to this guy. Is it weak? Yes, it's weak to light damage. It's pretty par for the course. And we can do fire on this guy. Might kill. Will it kill? It will kill. I said earlier that the music's very chill. That's very true. But now it's running the risk of putting me to sleep. It's bordering on a little too chill at this point. I need something a little more upbeat to keep me awake. You know what I'm saying? It's too chill. Way too chill, my friend. Too chill. Okay, here's a door.
The door before you is shut quite tightly.
The door before you is shut. Yes, I have the key. I will indeed use the key. Try the key.
The Fellowship slides the simple key into the keyhole and turns it. The lock opens with a thunk.
One nice little touch here. I was mashing through the text, but the dialogue still continues while you're permitted to move around. So I like that. That's a nice little touch. Night Trap, Bacon. There's the Sega and Xseed sale on Steam. Gotta check it out. Yeah. Ooh. Xseed. Yeah, maybe it's time to check out what's there, what I can play. Ooh.
An iron door towers before you.
What will I do?
Rather conspicuous handles.
Choose a card and hold the X button to raise it up ever so slightly. If you hold it just long enough, you might be able to peek at what it contains. What? Huh? Pull on the door handle. Berwin pulls on the massive... Push the door handle or pull the door handle. Okay, it moves not an inch.
Berwin pulls on the massive handles with all his might. It moves not an... Berwin gives the door a roundhouse kick out of pure frustration.
Roundhouse kick.
As
Okay.
his foot connects, the door trundles to the side. So it was one of those sliding contraptions.
Fun gimmick, yeah, a little peek. Take a little peek. They were effectively the same, though.
Something leaps out at the Fellowship from the
Uh-oh.
darkness. Winifred deftly parries the
This is
attack
cool,
with her
like the way
staff.
they show all this.
Edwin looks fondly at Winifred, only to have his reverie interrupted by Berwin's cry of, "It's coming back."
Battle? Yes, indeed. Just one skeleton.
And fight.
And fight. This should be a keel. A keel. Yes. And we've got one. Let's go for... Let's just go for... actually, let's generate one. We can generate a second and we'll get a total of... Ooh, a miss. Nice. Okay, we can go for a big attack now. Let's try this. Da-da-da. Night Trap, did I pick the party? I did not. This was a preset party. But they made it sound like... this is the story that we're doing right now. And these are the characters that you're playing for this particular story. So maybe as the game goes on or in subsequent chapters or whatever, you'll be playing as a different party. Chest.
You shall not have it.
Oh, we can go back. I missed this first part. That's nice too. You can go back and forth between the previous text. The Fellowship approaches the chest, only for a deep voice as an earthquake to echo through the cavern. You shall not have it.
The Fellowship warily eyes their surroundings as several somethings leap out of the shadows.
Uh-oh, several somethings. That doesn't sound good. Oh, got some unique battle music now. the... Oh, look at that. Oh. Oh. Okay, according to JRPG rules, we should attack the side guys first so that we don't get overwhelmed. They do not look like the... Oops. They do not look like they're undead. Let's just do straight up normal damage. 6. Deal attack +4, water damage, inflict freeze if the roll is... you know what? This might be useful. We can freeze someone, at least. Kind of take the load off combat, potentially. Oh, dude. This is a D... What is that, D12? 5 or greater, baby. Yes, 10. So that guy's frozen now. And he's dead. Bonk. Why do they hate this guy so much? Okay. Now, is this the kind of battle where he'll add more if we eliminate both? Okay, let's do this. D6. You know, I realized that they tell you it does like a dice roll. You add your damage to a dice roll, but it doesn't tell you if it's like a D10, a D12, a D6. Fortune flavors the bold. This bold, zesty Italian. Okay, gotta keep an eye out on the health. We don't wanna go under. One, that's not a good roll. Bonk. Okay, the health is still okay. We'll heal next turn if the damage becomes too spicy. Let's go for this one. This should be a big... Some big damage. He's weak, yes. Nice. Look at that. Look at that. But yeah, I was saying before that the card presentation is really just superficial. There's nothing, as far as I've seen, where you're sort of like building a deck, creating a build, or anything like that. There isn't any randomization to the cards in terms of like what you're getting on every turn. So really, it's just a normal RPG as far as I have seen. But it's still just a demo, and we're only just shy of an hour and a half.
Inside is
medicinal looking liquid.
To be an ordinary medicine bottle. At last, the royal treasure is in safe hands once more. Hedwig sighs. Winifred and Berwin nod in agreement.
Bacon, so it's just a regular RPG with the card aesthetic, yeah. Which, you know, to be honest, isn't... It's not what I was expecting. I was expecting something with a little more meat to it as far as like a card-based game.
Treasure in hand, the Fellowship exit the cave.
Oh, good. We don't have to exit the cave manually. Okay, we're meeting the Queen here.
The Fellowship find themselves before the Queen once more. They offer her the retrieved treasure.
So I wonder how much they're going to charge for this.
Task of returning our prized possession.
You know,
I bid you name anything you desire, she proclaims.
This to me feels like a $25 to $30 game max. You know, but it's a game that thus far, I'd probably only pay like $15 for.
She is positively beaming, and seems prepared to shower the Fellowship with riches, whether they demand them or not. But at that moment...
Like, the story is really gonna have to kick into high gear. It's gonna have to really present the player with something spicy. And, you know, I feel like Yoko Taro is gonna be able to deliver.
A massive roar, the likes of which I've never
Uh-oh.
before,
That's the dragon roar part.
Castle.
Voice of Cards, Isle of Dragon Roars.
As the roar recedes, one of the royal guard, pale as a sheet, bursts into the royal hall. He struggles to gather his breath. Just now, over the castle, a dragon. He pants, a dragon. So the great evil has returned.
The great evil.
Queen
Listen to
Nilla
that music.
turns her gaze to the sky, dumbfounded.
What's her name? Emmy Evans or something like that? Is that her?
So the monster troubles are connected. Edwin says so under his breath, so the queen does not hear. A profound silence settles over the royal hall.
Oh, the
The
music.
Fellowship
Good stuff.
stand tall, unflinching, as though they know what must be done in the face of such a crisis.
Yeah, it might be Emmy Evans. Although, is it her chaos language? That I'm not sure of.
What will become of the land now that the dragon has returned?
What will become of the land?
I'm afraid that will have to
Oh,
wait.
that'll have to wait.
We're all out of time for this portion of the adventure.
Oh, ho, ho,
Don't you
ho.
worry. We'll continue the tale another time. I look forward to our next session.
Oh, ho, ho. That's it for the RPG session today. I wonder if
Till
they'll
then, I bid you good day.
do some
farewell,
fourth wall breaking thing where it's like,
Many
you know.
thanks for helping me fine-tune this demo.
Oh, listen.
Let's meet again when you're ready for the full adventure.
Fine-tune the demo. Yep, that's it. We did it, guys. Thank you for playing. This concludes the Voice of Cards demo. An even bigger world and grander adventure awaits you in the retail version. Well, visit the PlayStation Store? No. Oh, I wonder how much it's gonna cost though. I'll have to look into that next time. But yeah, oh look, there's multiplayer game parlor. I suspect that the multiplayer is just the side game that you can play, which is, you know, just cards really. It's just like 21 or poker or something, a variation of that. So the full version, options, let's take a look at the options. Text, emphasis. The emphasis is on red or underlined. Okay. Shadows. Turning some shadows off can help improve the performance. Who cares? Who cares about the performance? It's just this stupid card thing. Voice language. Okay. Text language. Yes, yes, yes. All of that seems very fine. Other, title screen. Return to the title screen. No. Oh, wait. Was there a, like a trailer thingy? What did they call it? No, there isn't. Okay, let's quickly check out continue and see if something has changed. No. It doesn't seem like it. Seems like it's all the same. Well, I think that this game, so far from what we've seen, is pretty much like a casual, friendly game. I'm not really seeing too much depth, to be honest, in terms of like the combat. That can all change. I'm very much willing to be wrong about that, and maybe there's some depth and sophistication in terms of like leveling up and making equipping your party and getting some interesting builds and variety. But yeah, as far as I can tell, it seems pretty simplistic. The presentation, all of that, the style of it is all very cool. I think they've really nailed that. But if the purpose of a demo is to sort of sell you on a game, to convince you to buy it, I'm not entirely sold, to be honest. I'm not like, wow, I'm head over heels on this, I gotta get it. Bacon, I'm expecting some twist to the gameplay. Yeah, there'll be a twist, and if not in the gameplay itself, I suspect that the story is gonna make some big swerves and get into Doki Doki Panic, Doki Doki Literature Club territory. Well, maybe not that far. I did look into your stream there, the archive, what happened, and yeah, it gets into some weird places. I'm not expecting anything to that extent, but I think, you know, just because Yoko Taro is behind it, I think it's gonna go places. Bacon, as a demo, this seems a little underwhelming. Yeah, but, you know, whatever. I could, like, that's just my opinion. You can try out for yourselves. It's a free demo, of course, and you can check out other people's opinions on forums and on YouTube and everything, and maybe they liked it a whole lot more. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll check you out next time. Bye bye.